Thank you so much for hanging out with me today for AfroEconomics with JB Bryan. And it is powered by JB Bryan Financial Group, a registered investment advisory firm, the home of AfroEconomics, the firm I started in 1995. So I know what it feels like to have things happen that you don't expect. I mean, was in business as an investment advisor on 9/11, which is approaching us again. But that day on 9/11, the stock market was closed down for 2 weeks. That is what I do for a living. So I really had to jump into, and then just jump into how do I communicate with my clients easily. And then I realized how important it is to have the technology set up, utilizing technology. So no matter what things happen to you in your life, if you're as a business owner or as a person, just know that we can grow from that situation. We don't have to just go through it. We can grow through it, and I really believe in that. So it's highly likely that at some point during your career, you will go through a period of unemployment or underemployment, or hear the word overqualified. Whatever the excuse, these are some things that happen in your life that we have to make sure that we have our finances in order and that we keep our house straight, because we're getting it all the time. But through crisis, we need to make sure that we keep our financial house straight. So I just have some things I want you to think about, that if you're unemployed or you have a friend, you have a family member that's going through these things, please share this information with them. But this is how we can always expect the unexpected. So that's what we do. We are AfroEconomics. The principle 1 is about legacy. And it's about planning for the next generation. And just because things happen in our life, we cannot allow it to take us off track of what we have planned for our financial future, for our family, and for many, many generations to come. So let's think about the first tip or idea that I have for you going through any type of financial challenges, or just in general, making sure that we're always on point, is to exercise the 4th principle of AfroEconomics, being organized. Being organized at a point of transition becomes very important. If you're going through that, take this time to get organized. Too often people are going through things and you spend a lot of time just going through depression or anxiety, or just thinking about it, or talking to your friends about the situation. No, Tony Robbins says, take massive action. I believe in that. Take action. Make sure that you don't just sit there in just a place of fear. No, it's get organized. Where are your financial documents? Make sure that you get your resume updated. Make sure that you are just organizing each day on how many people you're going to call in order to get to that next level in your career. A downsize for them could be an uprising for you. Believe it, really get organized. So and get all of your financial documents in order. Get all of your financial goals in order. Get all of your professional goals in order. You want to learn more about something or increase your skills in something, you got to organize your life. You got to set your family up. You got to get your family mentally ready for you doing something different with your life. If that's what you want to do, take advantage of this opportunity to do it. Correct? A second point is, if you've just lost your job, then make sure that you take advantage of the unemployment that is available to you. Check out what benefits are available to you because of what that company went through. They have to have unemployment insurance for you as an employee, because you are relying on them to operate their business well, so that they will not lay you off or get rid of your position or things like that. So make sure you take advantage of what benefits are out there available for you during this transition time. So call the unemployment office, call the state corporation commission, check out, whatever, or just call the labor department. Find out what is out there for you because you're going through this particular situation. As an entrepreneur, I believe that every day I wake up unemployed. Every day I'm seeking out new members for AfroEconomics. Every day I'm seeking out new people to tell my investment portfolio, to introduce my investment portfolio to. Every day I'm dealing with what people feel like is this, oh, I don't have a job. I have to. Every day when you have your own business, you're starting off unemployed. If you look at it that way, then you should see that. And every day I look at it as an opportunity to help someone new, to meet someone new, to change someone new, to change their life. You honestly have to believe that that business needs your skills, your expertise, your patience, your customer service. Whatever you're bringing, you have to believe that they truly need it and give it to them. And then a third point is to know that you are going to have to cut back. This is no time to fake it. Things have changed in your life. You don't have the income coming in. Cut back. Cut back what you're spending. Cut back. Simple as that. No need to perpetrate. You don't have anybody to impress at all. All you have to do is stay focused on your personal responsibilities. Everybody's going out. You can't do it. I know lots of people constantly taking trips, doing things that I cannot do when I'm trying to bring out new books, continue education, take care of payroll. How can I do that when hey, I know where my responsibilities have to lie. So I'll focus on what I can do. I've become comfortable with cutting back when I have to. You're in business, you want your business to grow, you have to cut back. We have, unfortunately, from an AfroEconomics perspective, we have been taught that it's okay to perpetrate or look the part until you are the part. No, you don't have to. What you need to do is focus on making sure that your service, your product is perfect. You have to make that personal sacrifice. I know I have. I take personal sacrifices to make sure that my customers have the best of everything, that my website is the best, that my membership sign up is the best, that the membership services are the best, that the workshops are in the best location that I can provide to them, that everything that they get is the best that I can possibly provide to them, instead of and too many times where everything stops at the top. You see a common complaint about nonprofit organizations is that they have so many administrative expenses at the top that they don't get the money down to the bottom. So you have to make sure that you're not living your life that way as well, because that bottom is your purpose. You know, you can't be on top unless you take care of the bottom. You gotta have a solid foundation. So cut back. A fourth point is to talk to your family. You're underemployed or you're underemployed and you want to change that, because 1 out of every 4 college graduates, they're saying they're overqualified. This is what the research is saying. 1 out of 4 are overqualified for the job that they're doing. 10 years ago, it was almost 50% of college graduates were overqualified for the positions that they were doing. So they reduced their skill or people are finding jobs that are better matches now. I want to think that we're finding better jobs and there's better matches, that you are making the changes that you have to do to find the job that is right for you. Because when we're not living right, a lot of times you have to take whatever job, whatever is available for you. We want to avoid that. We want to have where we can get by until you get that right opportunity for you. Because over the long term, what you start at can really damage you over the long term, because if you're only getting adjustments or increases for inflation and you start way too low, well, it's going to be real hard for them to double your salary to get you where you were supposed to be. So be very careful that you select the right position that you truly enjoy. Now, if you truly enjoy it and that's what you really want to do and it doesn't pay you enough, then you should adjust your lifestyle so that your job is in line, that your income is in line with your lifestyle, right? You don't want to live like you're Floyd Mayweather, but you enjoy working at a daycare. That just doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. So you've got to make sure that we cut back when necessary and get your family involved. That was my point there. To communicate with your family. Also, our fourth point is to communicate with your family that things have changed and make sure that you include them in that. It might not be that you tell your kids, all the messy details of what's going on, but you can certainly tell them, I want us to not eat out as much. I want us to do our own hair. I want us to, or let's go to the hairdresser once a month and let's do it every 2 weeks ourselves, or whatever you have to do, but cut back. And then a fifth point, maybe to set financial priorities. There's certain things that have to be paid. Your housing, your insurances, your food has to be bought, right? So your utilities, if you want lights on, it has to be set up as a priority to keep it on. So you might have to cut off cable, but you definitely want to make sure that your power's on, right? So you want to make sure that you set financial priorities because you're going through a change and it's okay. You will survive as long as you remove the stress out of it by taking these steps. You can remove the depression, the anxiety, all the anger by just taking proper steps. A sixth point is to develop a specific spending plan. You don't have to call it a budget, but with those priorities that you've set, and then if there's anything left over, you realize how important it is to have a spending plan. And a seventh point is investigate health insurance options. COBRA might be expensive. If they have COBRA that's offered to you, that's an insurance that large employers have to offer to people who have left the company. But if you have it available, investigate it, investigate other options, look on the internet, call me, find out about health insurance options. And then an eighth point is talk to the people you owe. Talk to them. You owe them money, talk to them. And even though you might think, I don't want to tell them I lost my job because they might come and take my car, no, it's better to tell them that you lost your job so that they can work with you on lowering the payment for a while, but communicate to them what your situation is. Communicate, definitely. Talk to everyone that you owe, especially those who you feel like you're not going to be able to pay, and don't wait until you're already late. Just tell them up front that these things happen, or I'm doing a job transition because I'm looking for something new, or whatever your situation, make sure you talk to them. Try not to spend and focus on investing. Paying your life insurance during a time like this is an investment, right? But just spending, saying that, I need to get this, massive hairdo that's $600 because this is going to help me get the job of my dreams. That's spending. I got to get the right purse so I look right in the interview. That's spending. So what we want to do is make sure that everything that we do is an investment, making sure that you look neat, polished, and finding some affordable clothes and an affordable hairstyle, and that is investing in you during a time of financial challenges. And then I want a 10th point is that I want you to avoid saying that, I have financial problems, so I think I should take all my money I have and just pay all this stuff off, or pay this off, or take my savings out and pay off all the debts. And no, try to avoid during a time where you don't know if you're going to have any income or you don't have the income coming in, but you do have some savings left. Try not to take all your savings and pay things off. Be very careful with this. Ed said overqualification leads to underpayment. Catching up salary-wise becomes very difficult. Yes, indeed. It was saying that if you take a job, that's what I was discussing. Thank you. If you're taking a job and you're overqualified for it, yeah, and then you have to, and you know that you're not getting paid what you want, as I was saying, and they're only going to give you these small raises, then definitely be very careful if you accept it. And overqualification, especially in our community, is running rampant. So we have to, that's why the seventh principle of AfroEconomics is entrepreneurship, because I remember when I became a stockbroker, and I had all these years of experience. I've been working and I was young, and I had just finished my master's, and I worked full time and gone to graduate school at night. I don't think any other people, and I was the only Black person there, and one of few females that. No one else had the master's degree and all this stuff that I was coming to the sales experience that I was coming to the table with. Nobody my age anyway. So, and there was a lot of other people in my age group. So definitely, but what that did do though, when you're in a position of my effort, I was on 100% commission, that opens up all new opportunities. So basically all of my professional life, it has been my performance and my effort that has fed me. And I really believe that. I really believe that we need to look at more opportunities of sales, commission-based, performance-based jobs, entrepreneurship, is a natural for us. And we need to start encouraging our children to move back into that direction so that the overqualification is not a problem. When you're self-employed, you're never overqualified. You always need to get better. Always. You can't do enough for your clients. When you own your own business, you're hiring people because you've got to fill up the qualifications. You've got to find experts out there. You're finding people to help provide better and more services to your customers. So consider, when we're talking about unemployed, underemployed, and overqualification, entrepreneurship could be your key. And another point and final point is that I wanted to say is that realize that there is no quick fix to this challenge. Don't ruin everything that you've saved by starting to, I lost that job. I'm, take all that money out and I'm going to spend it. And, but really talk with a financial advisor during that time. And, consider if you are changing from a work retirement plan because you lost a job or that company is going out of business, talk intelligently with a good financial advisor about investment options for developing your own IRA. And your own IRAs have become popular because on average, people are changing jobs about 7 times throughout their career. So of course, I do a lot of IRA rollovers, but it's a very serious situation. It's a very serious proposition. And too many times people leave a job and they just say, send the money to me. They don't even talk to an advisor. They don't even consider continuing to save. They just take all their money out and then they have to start all over. And then when I see them years later, they go, well, I lost that job and I took that out and I spent that out. I would have had more, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to go through the woulda, coulda, shoulda. It would be better that you just say, I'm tightening it up. I'm going to have to live real hard right now. I got to go through this and I refuse to be broke. I'm not going to let this set me back on my financial goals. So avoid quick fixes. Avoid taking out money from your tax deferred retirement plans, just be very, very careful and protect yourself and talk to your family. But I really appreciate everything that the feedback that I got. I appreciate your participation. I appreciate the comments on Facebook. I just appreciate y'all, and I am only an email away. jb@afroeconomics.com. You can indeed get through financial challenges, but it's going to take, I'll just summarize this for you. My point: get organized, check out government benefits, check out government plans that are for unemployment, cut back on your spending, get your family involved, communicate, right? A fifth point: set priorities, set financial priorities, set personal priorities. Just set priorities. Develop a spending plan. Check out health insurance options, because COBRA sometimes is very expensive. There could be some better ways of getting things covered. Make sure you protect all of your insurances. Protect your life insurance during these times. Don't forget about paying it. Then talk to your creditors. Talk to everybody you owe. Do not spend, invest. This is a very important time to make sure that you're very wise about how you're spending. And then avoid trying to just pay all your debts off and taking your money and taking all your savings and just pay everything off. Be very careful doing that. And then realize that there is no quick fix. Have a great day. God bless y'all. I'm JB Bryan, President and Chief Investment Officer at JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of AfroEconomics.com. Check out the website. Check out the podcast on iTunes and Google Play Music. Be blessed.